Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Dan. We're here on we're here at 3:46 a.m. on December the 6th, 2024. I went to sleep at like 6 p.m., woke up at 1 in the morning, and I watched a Korean movie called Joint Security Area. It was a pretty good movie. I'm not going to go into the specifics that well, Emma, dude, it was a pretty good fucking movie. Like, it was a pretty good movie. The end, dude. It's like I can't say this. I don't think, but the ending was a bit ambiguous for me because I have like I don't know if I have. Well, I've never been diagnosed, but I think I might have ADHD. I've been told that I have ADHD, but then one of my other friends told me that like it isn't even real, which I think it's real. But I mean, I understand now that some people are of the perspective that such a thing does not exist. Which, if you're of that perspective, it does exist. Like I can't pay attention for shit. Like I was watching that movie, and dude, it's like normally like I watch a movie, right? Or I watch a show, and like I'm sitting there and I'm watching the show 1 second, and then dude, my mind just goes to a completely different universe, goes to a like daydream fantasies or whatever like that, just talking to myself in my head, and then I come back to reality and like, dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Context clues, I can kind of figure it out, but that I kind of zoned out at the ending because it was like I just it had a very interesting ending. Like I'm not entirely sure what happened. Like, because the final scene was like they zoomed into like I can't even remember their names, right? Man, because I'm pretty bad at remembering names in general, like character names. I'd probably have to watch because that was a fucking great movie. Probably gonna watch that shit again. Probably not right now, but eventually. And then again, I'm not used to Korean culture, so it's like it's difficult for me to remember names that are foreign to me from the perspective of American culture. Well, I mean, what is American culture, right? Like there's just so many. Well, what I mean is like it's hard for me to remember a name that isn't Hispanic or isn't like white, I guess, or isn't like German, like isn't Western. It's hard for me to remember a name that isn't Western, or isn't like well, yeah. It's hard for me to remember a name that is not Western from my perspective, because Western, I mean, that's kind of a vague term, right? Western. Are the Russians Western? Are they Eastern? I mean, they're Europeans, right? So I don't know, but that was a pretty good movie. That had it had okay, so it had an ambiguous. Okay, so from what I understand, happened. Hmm. Since I don't. Okay, so I remember Private Nam, and then what was her name? Sergeant Lee. Yeah, Sergeant Lee. I could like go look at it, but I just don't feel like it. Oh, my sleep schedule's like all off. I woke up from a nightmare. Um, what happened in the nightmare? Well, it wasn't an entire dude. I've been having so many dreams about my grandparents and like my family, and like I don't like dreaming about them. Like I like dreaming about my friends from high school and like my like locations from high school. But since I've been in this environment, my grandparents' house for a minute, like I'm thinking a lot about them and like this environment. Like I'm having dreams about this house, and I just don't like thinking about my environment because like I like to use dreams as an escape from reality. Like I go to sleep, I dream. I don't have to think about anything I'm doing in the real world. Like I can just dream, have a nice time. But like lately, like even going back to when I was in college, like dreams, they am I getting off? Well, we didn't gotta talk about the Korean movie no more. It was a pretty good movie, but anyways, I'll probably talk about it a little bit later. But going back to the dreams, like when I was in college, I was going through a really stressful time and dream like I was having a bunch of nightmares when I was there too. I was having more like regular dreams, but I was having a bunch of nightmares, which I think are fueled by stress, like sleep paralysis, like I talked about a couple videos ago, a couple days ago, having that. Nightmares, response to stress. Like I've been like really, really stressed out. Um, so in one of my dreams, my grandfather and my grandmother were, I can't remember what we were driving. I think we were driving my grandpa's truck. We were in my grandpa's truck. My grandpa was driving, grandma was in the passenger seat, and I was in the back seat. Yeah. And we stopped at the convenience store for a Dr. Pepper. My grandpa was gonna get some Dr. Pepper. Um, I was thinking about getting down to go get something, but like I didn't have any cash in the dream. It's funny, right? Real life, dream life, same thing, right? No cash. I'm broke. I'm broke on both sides. Unfortunate. But in another dream, my mom was like, okay, so in I don't know, cause in real life, like my this bed that I'm sleeping on right now, it's like I think it's a queen size, king sized. It used to be this used to be my grandma's room. This used to be my grandma's room. But like the bed is too big for her to get because she's been having a lot of problems. Like neural problems. She had like there was cerebral spinal fluid in her brain, like seeping into her brain that was affecting. I don't know what exactly was like what area of the brain it was affecting, but it had to been like affecting her prefrontal cortex because they were telling my mom was telling me a couple months ago, or dude, I can't even remember when this was. It was, this has been going on for a while, but like she was telling me that it was affecting her decision making because she okay. So when I in the past she stole from like stores and stuff like that, and my family would get mad at her for like she would steal a lot, and I won't go very much into that, but she had stopped doing stuff like that. But after that incident where the spinal fluid was seeping into her brain, or I can't. I'm not too familiar with human anatomy, so I really couldn't tell you what exactly was going on. And I kind of try to like I really low key I don't really care about my family. Like I just emotionally, um, it's just not there. Like I do worry about like I worry about people all the time. Like the other day, or not even the other day. I think it was today. It was today. Like I woke up at 3:30, and my grandfather was not here. But my grandma woke up and she was like, where's Grandpa?" And I was like, I have no idea where he is. I didn't see him leave or nothing like that. And she was like, "I've been calling him a couple times and he hasn't been picking up." So, dude, my mind when stuff like that happens of like, where is this person? They're not here. Where are they? Is like, dude, he's probably dead. He's probably dude. He's probably upstairs and he probably bloop, bloop, bloop himself, right? That's just like the my mind always goes to like worst case scenarios like that. I forgot why I started talking about my grandma and her oh, because the bed that I'm on, like she because of her problem, because of her like her she like she's a very weak and frail person now. Like she has to walk using a cane, which she's like I think she's in her 60s, so like that she shouldn't be doing that. Like she should be more vital. It's unfortunate. But in the dream, um, I was like in bed. I had the light off. I think it was because of the transition between wakefulness and sleep. Like I still have the environment of this room registered in my mind, but in the dream, like this bed in real life takes up like the entire space. Like there's a narrow like thing here, piece of the room where I could walk out the door. I'm not good at measurements, but I'd say it's about let's say like okay, so let's say a tile is like a foot, 1 foot, 2 foot, 2 feet, 3 feet, 4 feet. Say about 4 feet, 4 feet between the bed and the wall, right there. But in the dream, like there was like fucking my grandpa was sleeping in here. Like there was like fucking like four beds in here. There was this bed. There was a bed that my grandpa was sleeping on, a bed that my grandma was sleeping on, and then a bed that my mom was sleeping on. And I was just sitting here talking shit about my mom, like saying a bunch of fucked up shit, and I guess she like heard it. She heard what I was saying, and like she got pissed off at me, and I got pissed off at her, and then my grandpa was like trying to calm us both down, but she said something in the dream that really struck me. She said, "It's not my fault that you grew up too fast." Um, and waking up, that made more sense to me in the dream than it does now. Because I remember, like, it had more, like, coherent, like, you know, when you're in a dream and, like, people are saying a bunch of stupid shit, but in the dream it makes sense. But yet when you wake up, it's like, dude, what the fuck was going on in that dream? It's the same thing. Like I'm not quite sure what she meant by that because I consider myself pretty immature. Like I see people my age and they're in college, they have jobs and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just here, going through the motions, going through the emotions, not having a very good time. But I consider myself very immature because I haven't had the same experiences that other people have had. Like I have like I've been I I wouldn't say I mean, I guess you could say I was sheltered when I was younger. Well, I'm not entirely sure. I really couldn't say, but I don't. It's hard for me to connect with people my age. I can speak like you. I can speak like you. I can act like you. Hell, I can even dress like you, but I'm not you. I'm a foreigner in your country, and you know it. I'm the enemy. I will always be the enemy. Like I just it's so hard for me to connect. Well, it's I can connect with people my age. I can connect with fucking anyone really, to some extent. Like it's not that hard to connect with like fucking 40-year-old men, fucking like 60-year-old men. Like they have shit to say, right? They have shit to say. Everyone has shit to say. I don't really connect with younger people just because I don't really talk to them that much. Um, just because I mean I consider myself like a younger person back when I was a kid, which wasn't too long ago. It was like a year ago. So and then like I have a disdain for people of Generation Alpha, because people in my generation, Generation C, we have the perception that people in Gen Alpha are like fucking their iPhone kids. They're like ooh, fucking looking at their iPad all day, fucking playing Subway Surfers all the time. Which I mean, I remember fucking sixth grade. I remember how people acted in sixth grade, and you can't say that we weren't glued to our fucking technology. Like, dude, I guess I'm like a cusper. Well, because I was born in 2006, and Gen Alpha is like 2010. I wouldn't call myself a cusper. I'm just like I'm just Gen Z, you know. But we're not as different as people would say. Like people in a particular generation, like people act like, oh, the boomers are fucking like, oh, they're so stupid, ha ha ha. But if you went back in time to when the boomers were fucking kids, right? I'm pretty sure us I'm 18, right? And if I went back in time and talked to a boomer when he was 18 or she was 18, I'm pretty sure we would get along very well. Just because that's how people are, dude. Like you go back in time to like fucking like ancient Greece or something like that. There's always gonna be people that act like us. I think. I mean, like obviously we have like particular cultural like attitudes. Like we don't all act the exact same, but I'm pretty sure people are um like back in ancient Roman times, people were complaining about like how oh these kids are misbehaving. The days of the Republic are over. because the youth do not respect their elders anymore. But like, dude, go back to No Country for Old Men, right? Postmodernism, this shit's always been this way. Ah, shit's always been this way. Like, just because you're part of a generation doesn't mean that you're like. I'm going back in my head to that one fucking Vsauce video. It's like, do people look older now? And it's like, I mean, we perceive them as looking older because they dress in the way that like people dress, the way that people dress and the way that people style themselves as far as their hair and everything that they how they present themselves, we perceive that from the lens of our own perspective culture, our own subjective culture, right? Like an egocentric. I don't know if that's the word. Um, egocentric. Like if you're part. Okay, so let's give an example. Let's say, okay, so coming from my perspective, I'm Gen Z, right? I'm Gen Z. Um, and I would say that my grandfather dresses old. Like he wears old clothing, dresses like an old man, right? Nothing wrong with that, right? And I would say that, well, I haven't really noticed very much. Like the Gen Alpha people that I have met, they dress like us, they act like us. So I mean, there's really no difference there I've seen. Um, but even going from like, because I think my grandpa would be considered a boomer, like a baby boomer. Like the way like he describes to me his childhood and like the way he grew up, and like he grew up a lot differently than I did. Like he grew up in the country and shit like that. And well, not in the country. Well, he grew up on a ranch on the outskirts of town. Well, he like he grew up somewhere else, but like he lived there, like, right? Like he's familiar with like he came from a different world than me, but yet, I mean, when he describes like his childhood, or like not even his childhood, but like just the past in general, like the past in his life, it's relatable as hell. And I wouldn't say it's because we're family members. I'd say it's because we're human. Like we have that shared human connection, shared human experience. And it's funny because like I'm saying, oh, shared human experience, but yet like fucking I've been talking about, oh, I hate people, oh shit like that, and I do, um I do very much. But I mean, it's my emotional spectrum is very ambivalent. Like I feel two conflicting emotions at the same time. Like I like let me think of someone. My friend Tommy, right? Part of me loves my friend Tommy because he's been very supportive for me, very supportive of me. He took me in when I was suffering, and I'll go over that story a little bit later. Um, took me in when I was struggling, when I was at another low point in my life. He was there for me. But yet, I also have a hatred for my friend. Oh, okay. I kind of have a hatred for my friend Tommy because he kicked me out of his house a couple weeks ago. Like, he kind of brought me into this. I brought myself into this situation, but I mean, like, he kicked me out of his house, and I don't like that. And if you cross me once, it's like that song by 21 Savage. It's like, cross me once, just fuck you forever. Like, even though he's my friend, just because he did something to fuck me over, from my point of view, like, I understand why he did what he did. Like, he was scared of me. Well, I don't know if he was scared of me, but he was definitely like very. I was not acting on my best behavior when I was with him, so he had reason to distrust me, and he has a fiance now, and he's in a pretty bad situation himself. Like he's not doing very well himself. Like we're both going through our own shit, but he has a light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm happy for him for having that light. And I guess he was scared that I would take it from him, take her from him. Um, but I wouldn't. Like he has this friend Aiden, and took Aiden slept with his cousin. Slept with his cousin. No, 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 no. Not Tommy's cousin. Okay, Tommy was dating this girl, right? And he had this friend Aiden. Has this friend Aiden. This was about 2 years ago. Well, I mean, I can't. I'm not. I shouldn't really talk about their shit, but like, I don't know. I wouldn't like. I wouldn't fuck him over like that. Like, it hurts me that he would like think that I would fuck him over like that. Out of all the ways I could fuck him over, yeah, out of all the ways I could fuck him over, why would I fuck him over like that? Because like, if he fucked me over like that, I would not be happy. That dude, that like, because we were talking about my crush during middle school, and we'll call her T. I think that's what they go by now. They go by now. Um, but he was saying that, oh, I had a crush on T when I was in middle school, but I was kind of a lying motherfucker when I was in middle school. So I didn't want other people to go near her, but yeah, I didn't want other people to think that we were dating because she was a homosexual. And I kind of like that's a story for another time. Well, no, I might as well just say it. Like, I forced a hetero relationship on her, basically. Not like I didn't say like you're my girlfriend now. Like, you're my girlfriend now. You will act as my girlfriend. I would sit next to her on the bus every day. I'd walk her home. Um, I did weird shit to her. Like I would fucking like sit there and like caress her face. One time I would always give her snacks and stuff like that. Like I would always give her chips, or I even gave her money. I gave her a Nintendo DS. Um, but one time I poured honey on her hand, and I had a box of whatchamacallums, a box of cinnamon toast crunch, and like we were eating the cinnamon toast crunch and like dipping it in the honey. And, like I poured some honey on her hand. And I grabbed her hand, right, and I like started to like put it towards my mouth. And I was like I didn't lick it, right, but I was about to, and I think I like fucking took my tongue out. I laugh about it now, but she was like not having a good time. Like I'm a pretty bad person. She was not having a good time, and she expressed that towards me, like, dude, I'm not having a good time. Please stop this. But I was 14. Was I? Yeah. No, no, no. I was 13. I was 13. I hadn't turned 14 yet. She was also 13. Well, yeah, she was also 13. Um, and I just like I couldn't get it through my head that like she does not want this. Stop doing this. Stop doing this now. She is a good friend. Do not do this shit to her. She trusts you. Stop. 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 Couldn't get that through my head. So I lost her, unfortunately. Fortunately for her, because I was not a good person to her. But Tommy told me a couple months ago. Oh, actually, like, dude, over a year ago, dude, it has been over a year, dude. Fucking time is flying by. But he told me that he had a crush on her when we were in middle school, and I don't have feelings for her anymore. But dude, him saying that he had a crush on her when we were in middle school, that shit pissed me the fuck off for some reason. Like I was a senior in high school. I was 17 years old, right? And I was still getting angry over a 13-year-old fucking girl. A girl that spoken to I had not spoken to in 4 years. Since I was 13. I was getting pissed off about that. Just because you said, oh, I wanted to date her. Dude, like I wanted to date her. Like I if I saw something in her, I could understand how you saw something in her. But I don't know. Going back to that Korean movie, it was pretty good. So what happened was I got kicked out of college. Well, okay. What happened was I was doing a lot of drugs. Doing a lot of drugs. And I don't know how exactly this happened, but like I went downstairs, dude, because I was doing some fucking crazy shit. Like my brain was going like in circles. I was smoking a lot, but I went downstairs, right, and my RA was there. And I'd like I dude, because I've been going through a lot. Like I was this psychologist at my university. He was like, dude, you have antisocial personality disorder. I can't diagnose it for you right now because it takes a long time to diagnose. But son, from what you told me, I think you had conduct disorder when you were a kid, and from what you told me, I think you probably have antisocial personality disorder. But it takes a while to diagnose. I have to get accounts from family members. Well, did he say that? Well, no, he just said it takes a long time to diagnose. He didn't diagnose it. Before I had thought that well, okay, I thought that I had borderline personality disorder. I don't know. It's all jumbled up because I went to this other. Okay, so what happened was I was like, I feel so disconnected. I can't be myself around you. And I was like, do you know that that kid up in like I said a bunch of stupid shit that I should not have said, and I guess he like called the cops on me. So the cops walked through the door and they sat me down and we had a conversation. And I was like, dude, I was talking to the cop. I was like, I would like to go back to my room. I'm not going to be a threat to anyone. And he was, dude, he just like, he told me, okay, so I stood up and he was like, put your hands behind your back. And like, he's like, dude, what the, like, I'm going to get arrested. Right. And like, I was like, dude, I'm not even going to do anything to myself. So I was like, fuck, I was trying to like stop that shit from happening. Cause like, knee jerk, well, I can't remember exactly what happened in that situation, but I got into a situation where I was stood up and I had my hands behind my back and he was slapping cuffs on me. And I was like, dude, fuck, I do not want to go to a psych ward or anything like that. So he was like, don't resist. Don't resist. Um, and then I got taken to a psych ward. Well, I got taken to a hospital, right? Um, and from there, at the hospital, I said a bunch of crazy things that were true. Um, and I guess I like I don't know exactly what I said in order because like they told me that I was a threat to myself and others, that I was a harm to myself and others. That's why they kicked me out. But I didn't. Okay, so what happened was I was at the hospital, right? I took an antipsychotic, so I was knocked out. They apparently drove me to the psych ward. I was asleep for like a day. Like a day like went by. I was okay. So one day it was like October 20th, and then the next day it was like Halloween. It's like what the fuck is going on here? Like I woke up and it's like, dude, it's Halloween. Am I in heaven right now? Am I in hell? Am I in purgatory? Am I dead? Ego death. What's going on here? I'm not quite sure. So I was in a psych ward and I talked to some interesting people. But I was calling people to figure out where I could go, to stay. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna see if I can go stay with my plug. So I went to go stay with my plug, right? But I was like smoking a lot. Like when I smoke, I get fucking bananas in the fucking head. That happened to me earlier this year, which is how I got. I was with. I was smoking a lot in January and February, and on Valentine's Day, um, crazy shit happened. I was having a like psychotic trip. I don't know, like a. I don't know what to call it. I would say like a episode of psychosis, right? Episode of psychosis. Here's my ears. I said they were big in fucking one of my other. Uh, it's because my hair's fucking all fucked up now. My ear, my ear, my forehead. Right. So I went to go stay with my plug, but I was smoking a lot. So I made the mistake of telling. I made the same mistake I made with my friend Tommy. Of like just not caring and like talking about all of my intrusive thoughts that were going on in my head and like saying it without shame. It's like talking about like what my brain was telling me to do. And another thing was like I was diagnosed with OCD a couple of months ago by a psychiatrist. But yet, like, this other person who was a psychologist in one of the other psych wards I was at was like, oh no, you don't meet all the symptoms for OCD. It's like, dude, what the fuck is going on here as far as my head? Like, they tell me I have antisocial personality disorder. I thought I had borderline personality disorder. They tell me I had OCD. Somebody else tells me I don't have OCD. Pretty sure I have generalized anxiety disorder. They told me I have major depressive disorder, but then somebody else told me that I did not meet the symptoms for major depressive disorder, so I didn't get diagnosed for that on that day. It's like, what the fuck is going on in my head? Do I have unspecified? Do I have antisocial? Do I have borderline? Do I have schizophrenia? Do I have something else? I'm not quite sure. And I'm at the point in my life where I literally don't even trust fucking psychology or psychiatry anymore. It's like, dude, fucking bullshit. Bullshit. Some bullshit. But I mean, I know it helps some people. So obviously, I have hella trust issues. So oh, okay. So what happened was, um, I was like, dude, I want to go to a long term psych ward. They told this to my plug. And he was like, yeah, we'll take you to a long term psych ward. I was like, dude, we're gonna order orange chicken, but we're gonna order Asian food, and then we're gonna go. And he was like, "Yeah, bro, what's your order?" And then like he took my order, and then he went in his car. Him and his girlfriend, they went in their car, and they left the hotel that we were staying at because we had paid for a hotel. I had my credit card, my debit card. I had my debit card and my phone in their car, and they left. They left, and then like fucking like 5 or 6 hours went by. I don't even know, dude. I don't even know how long like time passed, but like I got really paranoid. So, dude, in my head, it's like, dude, did I just like freak out? Like, were they going to come back, or did they just like ditch me at the hotel? I think they just dis. I think they ditched me at the hotel, but maybe they were going to come back. Dude, I really don't know. But you know what I did? I left the hotel, and I walked around the downtown, the city that I was in. It wasn't, dude. It wasn't downtown, dude. It was just a really ghetto part of a city. Like I was walking around, trying to go. I was going to different fast food places, like trying to like, cause I didn't have my phone. I was like, well, like, cause it was like fucking like 1 in the morning, and I was like, dude, can you fucking please let me use your phone? And like some places were like, yeah, you can use our phone. But then like after a while, it's like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Because I was trying to call my friend Tommy. Or not my no no no. I was trying to call. Who was I trying to call? I was just trying to call someone to come. I was okay. So I had been calling the police, and I was like, dude, can you please help me like get home? Like I am fucking stranded out here. Not sure how to contact my fucking relatives, but I need to get home. I know that they'll fucking come get me. Like, but they're like, dude, we can't. We're not gonna do shit for you. No, sir. Have a very nice day. And I went to this hospital, and they thought like I was basically homeless at that point, but like homeless for a little while. But they took me as a homeless person, and they treated me like shit, right? They treated me like shit. The fucking fast food places, they were like, get the fuck out of here, stop harassing our fucking employees. I'm just trying to use your fucking phone, you fucking piece of shit. Shut your fucking mouth. Like, holy shit, people piss me off. Just because like you think I'm homeless doesn't give you the excuse to treat me like shit. Go fuck yourself, fucking asshole. But they treated me like shit at the hospital because I got I got a hold of a police officer, and like they were like, "Do you want to go to a psych ward?" And it's like, uh, I don't even know what the fuck is going on. I just want to go home. They're like, "Tell you what, I'll take you to this hospital. You'll be just fine here." So I went to the hospital. I was like, "Can I go to a psych ward, please?" And they're like, "Haha, no, son, you're getting discharged. Get the fuck out of here now." And it's like, okay. So I left the hospital, but I mean, I was lingering around. I was lingering around in the lobby because they were letting me. They were letting. They told me to go, but like they weren't like kicking me out, and like I was using their phone to call people, but like no one was coming to pick me up because I was trying to get a hold of my friend Tommy, but I didn't have his number. I knew where he worked, but I just didn't have his number. So I was waiting until his job opened so I could call him and see what happened. It was this whole fucking thing, but this doctor came out of the hospital. He didn't come out of the hospital. He came out of wherever the fuck he was hiding, and he was like, "You need to get the fuck." He didn't say get. He said, "You need to leave my hospital." And then he gave me a water bottle and he said, son, I wish you the best. I wish you the best. Like, dude, if you wish me the best, just let me fucking make a goddamn phone call so I can get the fuck out of this fucking city that fucking treated me like shit. Cause I don't want to fucking be here. I would rather go back to my fucking shitty ass hometown now, where I would rather not be, than be in this fucking dumbass hellhole. And it's funny because I'd rather go back there now. Like I'd rather be homeless there. But I'm sure if I was in that situation, like I wouldn't want to be homeless there. Um, so they took me to this other place that's like a psychiatric center or wherever, and like I completely cut like I knew what I wanted at that point. So I went up to the front desk at that place and I was like, dude, I'm fucking stranded here. I don't have a phone. I need to make a phone call to fucking get home. And dude, there was this chill ass motherfucker there, and he was like, okay, he didn't have a voice. I don't know what exactly happened to him, but he didn't have a voice. But he was like, I could understand what he was saying. He was like, um, okay, he help me? Dude, he helped me out. He gave me snacks. He let me use his phone. He was being supportive as hell. I love that guy. I don't remember his name, but that guy, whoever you are, God bless you, Shiva bless you, Allah bless you, all of those. May the light of Vishnu reach your heart. Well, whatever. Yeah, just have a nice day or whatever. But so I called my friend Tommy to come pick me up, and he picked me up. And okay, so the distance between my college town and my hometown is like 3 hours. So dude, he drove 3 hours to come fucking get me. That is respect. I respect that. That's very nice of him to have done. But I was in a shitty state of mind, so I did not tell, I don't think I told him thank you. It was just like fucking, like, I fucking hate everything going on here. I'm not having a good time. Like, we got back to his, apartment, and I was like, dude, this world is fucking dead to me. I was wreaking mayhem, really, and they had enough of my bullshit and they kicked me out. Oh no 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 no! They So one of them threatened to beat me up, and I got fucking freaked out. Like I guess you could see the fear in my eyes. Like fuck, he's gonna fucking beat me up now. Damn. He's like, I'm gonna fucking, you know what? Now I'm gonna fucking beat the shit out of you after this conversation. And it's like, oh shit. Okay. Well, I can't remember what I said. I think I was like, you don't have to do that, I don't think I said that. I was like, why? And it's like, cause you fucking pissed me. He's like, cause you fucking pissed me off or something like that. Cause you disrespected me. Or cause I think it's cause I told him, he was like, you don't respect Tommy yet. It was Aiden. It was Aiden. Aiden was like, dude, you don't respect Tommy at all. And I was like, I respect Tommy, but like, I didn't say I don't respect you, but like it was implied. Like I don't fucking respect that piece of shit. Maybe like if my respect is given, my respect is earned. Like you don't have my respect immediately. I do not respect you as a human being until you prove yourself respectable. That's just how I am. But so he threatened to fucking punch me, and like I got all freaked out because dude, and it's another thing. It's like I respect my friend Tommy because like he's been through a lot of shit, and like he is not afraid to die. He's not afraid to die. Like he told me when he was in sixth grade, like he was at a bus stop, and he was with this my friend. I mentioned her in another video, Yolanda. He was with my friend Yolanda, and they were in sixth grade, and like this crackhead came up to them and fucking like grabbed Yolanda and him by the fucking he like grabbed them both and like fucking held a knife at them. He was like, I'm gonna fucking kill these kids unless you give me my crack right now. I don't know what happened after that, but like he said he wasn't afraid to die. He was like, dude, I'm just gonna let this shit happen. Like the crackhead will take me whether or not I like it or not. Come sweet death. Sweet lovely death. I'm just waiting for your breath. Come, sweet death, one last caress. I've got something to say. I killed your baby today, and it doesn't matter much to me as long as it's dead. Sweet, lovely death, just waiting for your breath. Come, sweet death, one last caress. So I admire his fearlessness, and I wish that I had that. But like, I get scared when I'm about to get fucking hit. Like, if you threaten to fuck with me, like my ideal situation if you threaten to fuck with me is like, dude, just do it. Just do it. Fuck it. But like in the moment, it's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna get hit. I don't want to experience pain right now. I guess it's because I've never been beat up. Once I get beat up, maybe I'll stop fearing the blows. Fearing the blows. But as of right now, I do. Well, at that time, I did fear that situation of getting beat up. So I was like, dude, can you just fucking take me to his like I was like, I'll leave this house, I'll go find somewhere else to stay. He's like, yeah, that's a start. That's a start right there. That's a start right there. And then I was like, dude, can you fucking take me to a psych ward? He was like, Tommy, I'll give you money for gas. Fucking take this piece of shit out of here. And so they drove me to a psych ward. I think I'll probably never see my friend Tommy again. Um, just because if I saw him again, I probably wouldn't want to speak to him, and he probably wouldn't want to speak to me. Like if I saw him again, I would just be like, "Yo, I don't really want to talk to you right now. Have a nice day." Give him a fist bump and just tell him to go away. That's life. But I went to a psych ward, and I got out. So I called my grandparents. Well, I called my mom, because I was in a desperate situation. I was like, "Dude, I don't. Like, I have no one. I need help. I don't have my grandpa's number or nothing like that." So she gave me my grandpa's number, and I called my grandpa because my grandpa's like my grandparents are the only people that like in my family or like anywhere that like really care about me anymore. Well, that's not true. There's people that care about me. They're the only people that are willing to let me stay with them just because of the stupid shit that I've said and done. So that's another thing going back. Oh, because I was talking about ambivalence of emotion. Like I hate my friend Tommy, but I love my friend Tommy, and it's the same thing for like my relationships. Like women, when I love a woman, I fucking hate her too. I have a love and hate relationship with anyone I'm close to. If I love you, I hate your guts. But if I hate you, but okay. So if I love you, I hate you. However, if I hate you, that doesn't mean that I love you because I could hate you and just feel nothing for you except for hatred. Besides apathy, hatred and apathy. My three states of mind: dually love and hatred, apathy. I don't care what happens to this person. Doesn't matter to me. Um, what's that word? Gregariousness? Like liking someone slightly, but not really caring about them. Like, oh, I like this person. I like this person, but I mean, it doesn't really matter what happens. Like, they're not very much to me. There's that, and then there's I will come at you with the full strength of the Japanese nation will bring you to its knees. The fucking Yamato Damashi, fucking like the mentality of like I am a warrior in this world and you are my enemy and you will be destroyed. Yeah. But anyways, now I'm here. Now I'm here. I'm alive, and that movie Joint Security Area was pretty good. That was a pretty good movie. So if you haven't watched it yet, it's a free on Tubi. It's free on Tubi, and I think you should definitely watch it because it shows that no matter even if you're a northerner or if you're a southerner, at the end of the day, son, we're all Korean. How do you say hello in Korean? Haraganina래. Bugyo. Anyways, that is all the time we have for this video. Have a very nice day, and take care of yourself. You are a blessed person, you are a loved person. Maybe not by me, but by someone. And if not by someone, then I mean you can fight for it. You'll fight for it. You will fight. You will have to. Well, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe no one loves you, but I mean, if no one loves you, I feel the same way as you do. People love me, but like I just don't care. Like I don't care about them. The people that love me, I just don't care about them. Um, so I feel if no one loves you, son, I feel just as lonely as you do. So we are siblings in loneliness. We are siblings in loneliness. May God and the devil have mercy on our souls. Amen. Bye bye.